Lakers suck.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole. Welcome to Home Team Sports. I'm the Big Alboski. He is heel turn Harry. A bunch of the other guys may or may not show up, Harry, but who cares? It's Tuesday night. It's 7 o'clock. We're here to talk some sports.
That's right.
Welcome, everybody who's joining us tonight. Welcome to Chris Sepp, Chris Vance of the world. There he is.
Chris is here.
Here we
Chris
go again.
Here.
Yeah. Here we go again. What's up, guys? Yeah, Big Chris chimed in a bunch of times during our bonus episode of Around the Turnbuckle just now. So this is my second hour, Harry, sitting in this chair. And my I got to say, my ass is a little chapped.
You know what? That's why you make the big bucks. I strive to be like the Big Alboski. I'm just over here being an average guy, making an average living with no shows. I got nothing.
Big bucks?
Yeah.
I don't get paid for this. Does anybody know I don't get paid for this?
But people know you. You have a T-shirt.
I do, but I mean, they don't buy it.
You have T-shirts.
They don't buy
it. People buy it.
Okay, well,
we're
going to talk about We're going to talk about the NBA Finals. We're going to talk about the NHL Stanley Cup. We're going to talk about France has already gone from the Euro. We're going to talk about all this kind of cool stuff. And why did I just get this nauseous feeling in my stomach?
Because you talked about. Oh, there he is.
Oh, what's going on, guys?
He's back.
How are you?
I'm good.
Look at you, back into a real state, not New Hampshire.
He's back. All right, so welcome, Anthony Joseph. All right, so we're going to start with this question right here. Did the Phillies make a mistake hiring Joe Giradi? And I know that I want to hear Anthony's take on this right off the bat.
I didn't like him as the Yankees, so if I'm a Phillies fan, I wouldn't be happy.
You tried to warn me.
He looks too far into the game. He thinks too much.
You tried to warn me about the analytics. I'm like, well, and then in the beginning, when they went on this like hot streak in the beginning of the season, when they were winning games, the first dozen games or so, he wasn't leaning on analytics as much. Now all of a sudden he's like deep and heavy into it, and you tried to warn me, and I didn't want to listen. And now they're less than mediocre. They're ridiculous.
Yep.
I mean, let's be clear. That division is very mediocre at this point.
I understand that, Harry, but Phillies have all this fucking talent. They're wasting it.
Do they though? But do
yes,
they
do.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
They got good talent.
But you make it sound like they're like the super team. Like, yeah,
they're
there's some
not a super team. I'm just saying they're better than their record. They are better than their record. They're losing a lot of it. They have 27 blown saves or whatever the hell it is. 17, something like that. 17 or 21 blown saves.
So are the Braves, and the Braves are very mediocre. The Mets, with their AAA farm system playing, are winning a division that's really not good right now.
The Phillies are in or almost are winning most of the games that they play, and they blow it in the last 3 innings every fucking time.
Well,
Mets who's out for the Mets right now? Who's out?
Who's out?
Yeah.
For the Mets?
I don't know currently, but I know there was a bunch of players that were out. Carrasco's still out.
There's no help for the Phillies. It's not coaching. It's not pitching. Or it's pitching. Change the pitching coach.
No, you're already thinking too much, and he goes to different guys way too often.
Yes.
He does not stick with a hot hand. He looks at a paper and says, the numbers say this guy's going to do it tonight.
Like Spencer Howard, okay? They're playing the Reds, and it was a makeup game, so it's kind of like a bullpen game, right? So I already thought they're going to lose anyway, right? But the Phillies open up a 4-2 lead, and Spencer Howard wasn't looking all that great, but he only pitched 39 fucking pitches. Like, that's it. And then they yank him. Okay, fine. They yank him. They put in this Fraley guy, forget his name, Bailey. He's dealing. The Reds have nothing for him. You know how good the Reds hitting roster is. They got nothing for him. They can't even get on base. So he goes throughout the next couple innings. He looks amazing. And for some inexplicable fucking reason, Girardi pulls him in the 7th for some guy who hasn't pitched in the majors in 4 fucking years, Felice. Who cares?
Who was a Met? I think Felice was a Met, I think, actually.
The
That's
last
what
time I
Girardi
saw,
does, though. He makes you want to kill yourself.
the last time I saw him pitch, Elizabeth wasn't born yet.
But here's the thing. Do you blame Girardi or do you blame the game of baseball that is basically analytics
It's
and a
not.
manager doesn't count?
Yeah, no. I don't blame baseball because not everybody is using analytics. Not everybody.
Then you don't know. Alan, yes. The only team that doesn't really use baseball is the White Sox because Tony La Russa, for some reason, gets a pass. Baseball is analytics. That is baseball. It is not – there is no gut in baseball. Baseball is all numbers. All numbers.
It shouldn't be, though.
But even if you could be hot, like you're saying, yeah, this pitcher's hot, this pitcher's hot. Yeah, but you know what? The numbers tell you something else.
Yeah, if you're pitching a no-hitter into the 7th inning, analytics tells you to pull that guy because he's up to 100 pitches or whatever.
And they do it.
And that's nonsense.
That is nonsense. But that's what baseball is. There's no gut.
I can't stand it.
Why Girardi doesn't work is because Girardi is gut and he thinks beyond analytics. That's
Who
why
has the best chance for the playoffs this year from our teams? Harry's team, by the way, is the Braves. So add the Braves into there, and I'll say Cardinals out of all them.
No, I think honestly, I think the Yankees only because I still can't believe in the Red Sox, and the only team that would scare me is the $5 roster that is the Rays.
Ooh, I mean, yeah, you put a gun to my head with those teams, and I'm taking the Yankees.
Right.
But I'll tell you something. I mean, the Braves can. They can. It's just
the Braves are a team that loves to let you down.
Yeah, I know. Since the 90s, I know. I'm fully aware of my team and my heartache.
I just think the Yankees have shown that they can get hot at any time and just rip off 15 easy.
But here's the problem. I mean,
then they can drop 30 easy.
You watch the Yankees, and Anthony, come on, tell me you're not a little nervous? Like they're bad.
So social media for like on my side, like, a lot of my buddies, they were blowing up about the Yankees and it's time to trade everybody. It's not. It's time for Boone to go. Aaron Boone's time has come.
So you fire Aaron Boone.
Yep.
Right. On what basis?
The team's not performing.
But the team is not performing because you tell him this is what's going to go in because they're an analytic team.
But you're not moving anybody. Who are you moving? You got to do something. You got to shake that locker room up. I think you reach back. I think you reach out to A-Rod. J-Lo's gone. See if he's ready to start coaching. And you give him a shot if he's ready.
You're going to have A-Rod, the man that's been – okay.
I think the dude knows baseball. Whether you like it or not, the dude knows what he's talking about. And that's who I would go to.
All right. So when Joe Torre was a coach, he was making – I think it was close to $6 million a year or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Aaron Boone makes a year?
No, I don't.
$850,000.
He shouldn't even
Brian Cashman
make that. He shouldn't even make that.
Cashman makes though. Brian Cashman makes $6 million a year. So we are.
You know what though? Everybody loves to cut Brian Cashman up. He's brought in a lot of talent that he discovered.
Like who? Who is really producing right now that he discovered?
Well, I mean, right now, or are you talking about who's like stepped up? You got Gio. You got Gio. He found him. Gio was a nobody.
Yeah, and he's still a nobody.
Luke Voigt was a nobody.
And he's
they
still
got
a
them
nobody.
for nothing.
Yeah, but they're nobody.
See, a lineup change for the Yankees could be good.
Who is really
What are you
producing?
changing? What are you changing now? Interesting.
I mean, no, but here's the thing. What you did to this roster, you literally have to trade Aaron Judge, Gleyber Torres.
You ain't changing. They're under team control. Why would you trade them? You're saving a lot of money.
Because what else are you going to do besides trading them?
See, you guys are thinking about it all wrong. You want to blow the roster up and give up on everything. And you're not even blowing the roster up because you control these guys for the next 2-3 years.
But, AJ, tell me what you're going to do to your roster currently constructed that is going to change anything from what you have right now.
We're not.
So
You're
what do you
fire
do?
The coach.
You're going to – okay, so you fire the manager who fires who goes, okay, you want analytics? Here's the analytics. I will follow your analytics because you're telling me to do it. So you're going to fire the man who's following orders from your GM.
That's how you shake a team up.
What are you shaking up?
You got to find a fire. He obviously ain't putting that fire in those guys. Whether it's analytics, whether he's changing people, you got guys not hitting. You need to light a fire under somebody's ass, so somebody has to go, and he makes perfect sense.
It sounds like the Phillies to me.
Sounds like a scapegoat is what it sounds like. You're gonna
It sounds like the Phillies.
No shit. There's got to be a scapegoat, and he's the guy.
So what changes?
Well, he put that hat on. He's the guy. Yeah. See ya.
Here's my question.
It's your hey, when he wins a World Series, right? Who you say? Oh, he's a World Series winning coach, right? He's also got to be the guy that takes the fall when the team can't get the shit done.
Well, what do we do? So Brian Cashman can just hang out and chill out while he makes all these moves?
That's what all the GMs do.
Okay. So when A-Rod comes in.
So when you're telling me, though, right, we talked about this last season. When Tampa Bay started changing all the pitchers after the 2 times through the rotation, they would not let a pitcher go 3 times through. And everybody cut that coach up, and they're like, this and that. He's the guy that took the fall in the World Series, right? Everybody was bitching about him. It wasn't the GM. It was always about him.
But that team has a freaking payroll that's like 1/8 of yours.
Can't trade guys paid too much not to produce. It's the Yankees. The less money players are the better players past few years.
Can we really?
Who has a lot of money? Who's making a lot of money besides Giancarlo?
Who's the main problem? That is a huge problem for you. Huge.
And then last year in the postseason, guess what? He was the only guy hit.
Is Bryce Harper, but that's another story.
Everybody was talking about trading DJ LeMahieu, right? Like, oh, it makes perfect sense. Your fucking ass is wet. You got a guy that was a batting champion who just tore it up for 2 years for you. He has a bad first half, and we want to trade him? You're fucking insane.
Oh, but tell me why you traded for Stanton when you had Judge.
Because they had the money to. Because the Yankees. Because they're
the Yankees. That's what they do.
Yeah, they pull their dick out and show you they got a bigger dick than you. That's what they did.
Okay. Well, you know what that big dick did? Nothing.
Wow.
He carried them last year in the postseason.
Because you can't play
my last question
last season in the postseason.
He can't play the outfield. And now your DH is all scubbed up because,
they make money off of him, though. They're not worth. They're the Yankees. They print money in the back.
Voice of reason, Adrian. Voice of reason.
But they won't go. They don't want to go over the cap. What? They want to go over the threshold.
I don't know. I lost it.
Yeah. I mean, you want to shake the team up? Bring up that kid. Bring up Dominguez.
The last thing.
Get that shit going.
Have you forgotten?
Adrian, the last question I asked was, did the Phillies make a mistake hiring Joe Girardi? What's the answer to that question?
No.
Okay.
Joe Girardi, listen, the end of the day, the baseball league is not a Joe Girardi league anymore.
Okay.
It is a yes man coach league.
Would the Phillies be better have kept in Gabe Kapler? He does have the best record in baseball for the San Francisco Giants.
Which someone needs to explain to me the Giants and how they win with nobody that anybody knows who the fuck they are besides.
I got a good coach.
They do that.
They
do that year after year, though. That is not something
the Giants
new.
do this all the time. They're great in the regular season, and then in the postseason they disappear.
They got a guy
They are the New England Patriots of baseball. That's what San Francisco Giants are.
Can we find Gleyber Torres? Does anybody know where he is? Because I feel like he's missing.
Here's another guy that's making nothing. So what are you going to do? You got to move him? He's 22 years old. How old is he? 23?
17.
I forgot
17.
that matters. When
Last time I checked,
Name the last.
It does matter.
Name the last player traded to the Yankees that did anything. Cole, maybe.
What do you mean?
I don't know. That's what he said. Name the last player traded to the Yankees that did anything. Cole.
Yeah. Luke Voigt, he won. He hit the most home runs last year.
And now
Gio Urshela, he won a Gold Glove.
he's average.
Should we keep going?
Yeah, he's just gonna fire him.
Oh, they're average. They're average. Yeah, they're average right now. They're having a down year.
So Gio Urshela was average before the Yankees.
So you know what? All right. So let's go. Let's just do this. How the hell are we gonna blow the Braves up? Should we just trade Acuna?
Listen, are we really?
All of a sudden you're talking about Acuna. We can't trade him.
You're going to compare Luke Voigt to Ronald Acuna Jr.
It's like watching the beginning of a divorce. It's amazing.
I wish I had popcorn.
How many of those ridiculous women drinks have you had that you're going to compare Ronald Acuna Jr. to fucking Luke Voigt?
Mommy and Daddy are fighting. This is funny.
I know.
What about Albies? You gonna trade him too?
You know what? You need to get off. Go back to New Hampshire with the gay people and hang out.
Well, when we talk about your guys and your
team,
team,
New Hampshire
all
are
of a sudden, a team that's under 500, these guys are fucking amazing.
All right.
We are not comparing Ronald Acuna Jr. and Albies to Luke freaking Voigt. We are not doing that.
We're not comparing a team that's under 500 to a team that's over 500.
You mean Ronald Acuna Jr., who has almost as much home runs?
You're playing in the weakest division in the fucking goddamn league, and you can't even lead it.
Oh, by the way, did you know Harmon is the same thing as Derek Cole? Did you know the same pitcher? And
2-1 L Media and Home Team Sports do not support the claims of the Cowboys.
Domestic violence is about to happen.
Wow.
Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Jessica.
All right, so Harry had mentioned
Sanchez just hit a home run. Yankees are winning.
Oh, there you go.
Wow, they'll lose. Don't worry. It's all right.
Don't worry.
The Braves are losing.
Yeah, the Braves don't have a payroll like
Don't worry, the Phillies will build it. The Phillies are playing the Marlins. They'll build a lead and lose it in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning.
Oh, actually, the Braves lost. It's warm-ups. It's over.
Mom, Dad, can I live with Grandma? You guys gonna keep fighting?
Payroll of the Rays is like an.
Hi, Adrian. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?
Thank you religiously, like the Red Sox.
Have you heard that they're having a little trouble with Kyrie?
Yeah, imagine that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So the Earth is not flat. Is that what we're saying right now?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you brought it up pre-show, Harry. What have you heard about what's been going on with Kyrie this past couple of weeks?
Well, I mean, we're all familiar with Kyrie and his ridiculous stuff that he does, because why not? But there is rumblings that the GM, Sean Marks, and people in the organization are getting kind of tired of his stuff. It was the maskless party he went to where he had to go into COVID protocol.
Yep.
And all his crap that he pulls that no one knows why he's not playing, but he's just not playing for whatever reason. And they're not open to trading him. But if people were to call, they would listen.
LeBron's calling.
Well, LeBron's
I miss you, baby. I need you.
I mean,
I want you.
Look, I know we had our times, baby, but if you just come back and I tell you, I can show you I love you, okay? I want you to know that I love you.
I need someone else to carry me.
I will say this.
I put my big ass on AD, now he's hurt.
There was this highly, like, I forgot what column I was reading when they were talking about the super teams. They were saying that this is one of the greatest and one of the worst super teams you can ever build, because all three of these guys have a history of not staying healthy, and we see what happened in the playoffs. You know, crunch time, one gets hurt, the other gets hurt, and then it's all left to one person. I don't put the blame on Kevin Durant for them losing Game 7, because they left. It's been documented. They left that man on the island. They would throw him the ball, and everybody would just kind of sit back and be like, "Well, you the superstar."
You can't carry a team with those skinny legs.
No. and that hairline in his head, like it's hard to carry anything. But what I'm saying is like there is very little that you can say to justify the amount of money that they put into this team for them to fall as short as they did. I mean, it wasn't that short, but by comparison, they had a stacked roster. They had a stacked front five. Right.
I mean,
they should have won the NBA title. Why didn't
every player started from point guard to small forward averaged how many points?
So do we say the Suns win the championship?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I say the Clippers win. I'm going to say that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to trade Gleyber Torres, so I don't listen to anything you say.
Well, listen, you're still trying to compare Luke Voigt and Ronald Acuna, so you should sip on your lemonade and calm down.
Oh
right?
my God!
I was just trying to see how you're fixing that Braves team.
I don't have to fix it. Our payroll is.
Okay, yeah. We make the playoffs. We don't have to fix it. We're a losing team. You don't have to fix it.
When your glass DH can play 2 games in a row, you can come speak to me. Okay, he needs a rest. God forbid, Giancarlo Stanton has to do anything. He gets hurt.
Interesting.
But
they're going to have the DH in the National League next year. So it's interesting to think of, like, say, your team and my team, Harry, who's going to be that guy?
Well, I mean, I can take,
Well, the Braves are probably going to trade for Stanton.
Well, yeah, because why not? Because that'll boost our payroll to like an eighth of yours, and you'll still suck and lose the division.
That sounds like a lot of jelly. Oh,
yeah.
I know why.
I know. Jealous of the fact that you've been running for 2 years. Like
such anger.
Yeah, it's
you
okay.
haven't got over the 90s yet, huh? It's okay.
No, I haven't.
Here's my weekly Stanley Cup NHL update. Tampa Bay Lightning won Game 1. It's Tampa versus Montreal, and Tampa Bay won Game 1 5-1. Game 2 is tomorrow, Wednesday night at 8 o'clock.
I can't believe it. See you later.
What the hell was that?
Kyle Schwarber just hit another home run.
That's great.
He hit 12 home runs in the last 10
See you later. Chris Van, you can't have 3 guys that have to shoot 30 times a game win. It's the role players that win you championships. Ask Robert Horry.
Robert Horry, yeah.
Or go ask Scottie Pippen, that little crybaby bitch.
No, Scottie Pippen was racially motivated. So
Scottie Pippen had a lot to say about Ben Simmons.
Scottie Pippen has a lot to say.
Scottie Pippen will listen to anybody that'll talk to him.
Joe Harris was a no-show. Can we just say that? Like, he was a no-show in that series.
Scottie Pippen's like that girl that, like, you got rid of him, just wants attention.
No,
he's an angry ex-girlfriend.
Scottie Pippen's been butthurt since the 90s, apparently. Because
if you
God
had
forbid,
treated me right, I could have won you a championship, but no, you had to go and deal with this other bitch. So fuck you and fuck you. Yeah, that is Scottie Pippen.
Who wins the East, Milwaukee or Atlanta? Milwaukee's up 2 games to 1.
Does it matter?
It does.
Does it though? I mean,
well, you're not excited. You're not excited.
It doesn't matter to you, but it matters to some people.
Like, I'm not excited because
you're the only one that I've talked to that hate. I just because it's not 2 marquee teams or it's not the Nets versus Sixers.
No, listen.
If it's not the Nets versus Sixers, nobody cares.
No, because you know what? If the Nets had 2 of the 3, they win that series.
Yes.
Okay. And
so this opened the door for these 2 teams.
Yeah. Okay. But if Ben Simmons could hit the broadside of a barn ever, they win that division. They win that series. And if Embiid wasn't hurt, I think they win that division.
Sure.
This is a series of just they got in because.
You ever seen the movie Hot Shots? The little parody movie about the pilots. You know what was the guy with the glasses? Washout.
Yeah.
I imagine that's how Ben Simmons sees basketball. No, like he's like, I can hit it from right here.
Did you hear who Ben Simmons' new girl is?
No.
Oh man, what the hell's her? No, what's her that rap artist? What's his name? Stormy from is it Stormy G? His ex-girlfriend, I forget, but he got rid of the Jenner girl and took her. What's her name? Maya. I forget her name.
Are you really trying to talk like really, Alan? You gonna
Talk like what? I'm just saying he's not gonna. My point to that was that he's not. Girl is. Stop it, AJ.
I was trying to.
Okay, he's not giving a damn about basketball right now. He's not going to compete in the Olympics for Australia, and his reasoning was because he needs to work on his game, and he doesn't think he's worthy of playing in the Olympics.
He's never worked on his.
But he's not working on it. Exactly, he's not doing it now. My point is, he's not doing it right now. He's out with what's her name? They're all over social media, like vacationing down the Bahamas and shit.
Do you know his rookie year when he was apparently hurt or whatever? He could have came back, but he chose not to.
Role players and bench win you championships. Steve Kerr, I believe, helped Jordan win a title. Yeah.
He was supposed to come back.
Sanchez homered the Yankees, yeah.
And he chose not to because Nike was going to pay him $1 million if he won Rookie of the Year.
Right.
He chose to sit out and take that $1 million as opposed to trying to help his team win.
Sounds like a good business.
Not. He needs to be more of a
facilitator.
No, he needs to be more of like a power forward center that can work in the in the post.
Yeah, he's not a point guard. He's not.
He can't get people involved.
He's too small to be a power forward. He could probably be a small forward.
Right.
But he's too small to be a power
Whatever he
forward.
has to be, it's not bringing the ball up because he can't shoot. I think that four of us could shoot better than he can.
Yeah,
He can't even make a goddamn free throw.
I
Him
think.
and Giannis need to get together and combine their stats and be average at the free throw line.
Well, the whole joke was who's going to be interested in him because he can't shoot, and there is a
Nobody.
team. There is a team.
Who?
The Timberwolves. Minnesota Timberwolves.
Where
I
your
mean-
guys.
You got to do whatever you can to get.
I'm just telling you what I heard on the radio today that
I've heard the
Minnesota
Warriors.
is interested in Ben Simmons.
I've heard the Warriors.
Yeah,
I've heard
the
the
Warriors is the rumor floating around the league, but Minnesota radio DJ hosts have heard sources inside the clubhouse kind of thing have been saying that they are very interested in Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
So what are you going to give up that the Sixers would possibly want?
I don't know.
Who-
I'm just telling you that it's not that there's no team out there.
Okay, so what
Maybe
would,
like
what would be
Courtney-
the best trade package for Ben Simmons?
Courtside seats and some popcorn.
I would
gonna
take
say
the vending
a
machine
hot
that
dog
they keep in the
and
back of the bus.
Does Lillard, Beal, Westbrook, Luka, or Kyrie get traded this offseason? All of them are unhappy.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Kyrie.
Yes.
Oh.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
So Luka's the only one that doesn't, AJ?
Yeah. Luka's not getting traded.
Okay, so
No,
right. So
they traded
everybody
Porzingis.
else gets traded.
He can go cry in the fucking corner. He ain't getting traded.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
Porzingis is going to get traded.
Who?
Porzingis is going to get traded.
Yeah, they'll get rid of Porzingis before they get rid of
Yeah, they'll take him out.
before
back.
they get Luka. Luka's their centerpiece.
All right, so game
Yeah.
in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Bucks are up 2-1, and Game 4 is tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Is
do you got?
anybody honestly
Tonight
excited?
at 8:30. Who do you got?
I'm excited to see the Suns win the championship. Yeah.
The Western Conference Finals resumes tomorrow at 9. Phoenix is up 3-2. It's in LA. Game 6 is in LA.
I think the Clippers win Game 6. I think Game 7 is
There's going to be 7 games.
yeah. But how does this go if Kawhi plays? Like that's the thing I don't like about the Suns. Like it's literally poor Paul George who is average in the playoffs for his whole career. And there's nothing else besides Lou Williams on that team that makes you go, "Oh my God."
Right.
I think it's going to be Bucks and Suns, but I personally would rather see the other way around. I'd rather see Hawks and Clippers, but I think it's going to be Bucks Suns.
I would rather see Suns and Hawks. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
that would be more an exciting game. They're both they're a better matchup.
either way, I mean, Giannis. Either way, Giannis. It could be his time, whether he deserved it or not. Harry, Giannis has a shot at the title, and Joel Embiid does not. So
because Giannis has Chris Middleton and you have Ben Simmons. So
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
But here's
I've
the
had
thing,
to deal
what
with Ben
happens-
Simmons for 4 fucking years.
What happens to Chris Paul? Chris Paul doesn't make the finals. Like, what does that say for him? Honestly,
that it's time to retire.
yeah, because I mean, this was his time.
He's got a good young group around him. Why retire?
Yeah, but it's not the first time he's had a good young group around him. This is like his second or third go round with a really good young group.
I'm gonna say he's cursed.
He's something because
Hawks
you got to look at it
versus
like
Suns
this.
be a shooter's
When he
dream.
was with the Clippers, and you had him, DeAndre Jordan in his prime. You had Blake Griffin in his prime, and all you had to do was get them the ball, and they would make it to a certain point each year and get swept.
Is it a Doc Rivers thing?
It could be. It could be.
Hey, Harry.
Yeah.
So I just came across a notification that you typed a message about an hour ago. Is this correct? Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are married today?
Yeah. Yeah.
How about that, Adrian?
Not surprised.
Nobody
Not
cares.
surprised.
They got a kid.
They got
Not
a kid
surprised.
together. I'm just saying. Why does
Oh,
it
and
take this
give
long?
it 6 months. They'll be divorced.
It's a shotgun wedding.
Give 'em
I
6 months.
mean, it was something.
It's a shotgun wedding. There's a whole
It was
bunch
a
of
hot tag
Irish
wedding.
people standing on a hill with shotguns wearing kilts, and Seth Rollins is sitting there holding a baby.
You're
Give
gonna
him
sit there
6
to mind
months.
my
If you
daughter?
sending naked pictures
That's
to
what
some
you're
other
gonna do.
girl.
How ridiculous do you think Seth Rollins looks? Because you see him on TV, he looks stupid. So how bad does he look right now in a a tux or whatever with his whatever he wears consistently?
Ah, well, he's Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah, he says something. It's
Congratulations to, I know they're never going to see it, but congratulations to Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. That's cool.
It's never gonna work.
Celebrity marriages never do, Anthony. Just ask your boy A-Rod.
yeah.
What?
Ben Affleck.
A-Rod's getting divorced?
See? He wasn't married.
What?
He
They
wasn't
didn't
married
even
to J Lo.
They were engaged for 2 fucking years, and then COVID canceled the wedding. So J-Lo took that as a sign.
Yeah, good for him.
Oh my God!
He almost
dodged the bullet.
She married Batman. What are you gonna say? You know?
The worst fucking Batman ever. Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
She
Way
may
to
have been
fuck that
Affleck.
up.
Enough
Mhm.
said.
Yep.
You
But
talking
she's
about
ready
the
for the
same?
block.
You talking about the same chick that was banging P Diddy?
Yeah.
I might.
She dated a lot of people. J-Lo
Who
is not
hasn't she
dating
dated?
the
Who
block for
hasn't
no
she
reason.
dated?
Just saying.
Who
She's
hasn't
been
been
on
in
the
there?
block, the corner, the
Yeah.
side streets,
Yeah.
maybe some caravan.
Side street.
She's
Jenny the train ride. Everybody's been in there. You don't want. Yeah.
She got a pretty face and a big ass.
yeah, man's dream. So who knows?
She's 50 or 60 and she's still whoring around. Good job for her.
Hey, Pippin ain't
Yeah.
easy. Just saying.
She can
wasn't
still get
like-
it. I mean, Madonna's in her 60s, and never gets old.
Madonna look like a piece of dry jerky right now. Like, how is that attractive?
Because she's Madonna.
Why, when your ribs stick out more than your breasts do, that is a problem.
Well, she's
Well-
bulky. That's what it is.
Well, my ribs are
Material
supposed
girl.
to stick out more than my breasts, but they don't.
Thank God for that.
AJ looks like a pointer, like one of them dogs that sees a rabbit over there. You see that? Squirrel.
I have to
My
run,
God.
guys. I'll text you guys later. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, brother. Thank you. There he goes.
What
Now-
happened? What do you have to do?
Why does
Yeah,
it
that wants
feel
to make
so
it
kind of like a little bit more Wait a second. Adrian, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
Okay. What would you like to talk about, sir? Because it got a little heated there for a while.
A little.
Trae Young is out tonight. Breaking news.
Atlanta goes down 3-1. It'll be 3-1.
Thank you, Al. Breaking
It'll be
news.
3-1.
Trae Young is out tonight.
You know,
Is
they had
any-
a backup point guard that they let go to the Lakers.
Deep bone bruise in his right foot.
Yeah. Did you guys see that? Can someone explain to me how that really hurts and you're out for a game?
You can't put pressure on your foot.
Yeah, but that wasn't really a twist. I saw it. It was
If his bone is bruised, dude, he can't fucking
You-
barely
you-
walk,
it-
let alone
He's
run.
going to be out a couple of games. It's not just going to be out one game. He's gonna be
no.
out
Is that not a pain thing? Is that not a pain tolerance at that point?
You can't put pressure on it. I had a bone bruise in my foot, and I could not plant off of it at all. Like
If it doesn't matter if it's on the bottom or the top.
you can't plant because what happens is your foot flexes, right? So all the bones in your foot flex. So if you have a bone bruise,
Big
like it's like a
Chris
shooting
fan.
pain.
Is anyone ready to watch the Olympics? Harry, I know you're watching.
No,
No. Does anybody care about the Olympics? I mean,
Well, how come
No.
you're the voice of does anybody care about the Eastern Conference Finals? Yes. The answer to that question is there are Milwaukee fans and Atlanta fans out there, so they care.
yeah, but
Yeah, I
we
mean,
live
like
in New
Santa
Jersey.
Claus,
We
he
can't care about
likes
those
Atlanta.
people. Those people don't matter.
So now you're saying people don't matter. Earlier you were saying
Skip.
people and everybody in New Hampshire is gay, and now you're saying Atlanta and Milwaukee people don't matter.
Well,
Come
we
on,
all
Skip.
know how happy AJ was. Let's be real. He was angry tonight, happy in New Hampshire. Just
You were
saying.
very, very easy to trigger him though with all the Yankee shit. I got to give you credit for that.
I'm right. I'm sorry. You got a payroll that's like $1 billion, and you're trash.
So do the Phillies.
But here's the thing: the
Same
Rays
thing.
have. Listen, I think the three of us combined can pay for the payroll of the Tampa Bay Rays, who are better than the Yankees consistently. And they didn't pay
Coaching.
Giancarlo Stanton trillions of dollars for the next 7 years to
Coaching.
play every other game because he stubbed his pinky.
But nobody goes to their games.
Coaching.
Who cares?
Who cares? That's why they don't have money to spend.
They do. Listen, TV rights with baseball is a lot of money for teams.
By the way, Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the Super Bowl. Tampa Bay Lightning are about to win the Stanley Cup again. Can we
What happened with
see
the sound?
Tampa Bay winning the World Series?
No.
What happened with the sound?
What sound?
Y'all sound funny.
See, don't do that to me. I had all
No, I'm
kinds of
serious.
problems with Tony Batista.
So okay, with
Speak American.
so outside of all the baseball talk, do you guys really think Kyrie Irving's gonna get traded?
Would I trade him? Yes. Is he going
Would
to?
he trade him? Would they trade? No, you would trade him. Are they gonna?
No.
I would trade him.
I don't think, because my thing is, you name a team that wants to deal with his BS and pay his contract.
I hope you're right,
Every-
Chris, but I doubt
Every
it.
place he's gone, there's been problems, right?
Yeah.
What about the Sixers, Alan? The Sixers are not winning the NHL title.
Like, you really think Doc Rivers is gonna put up Kyrie Irving?
No. Well, maybe. But, I mean, the thing is like, who are you going to trade to the Nets that would make it comparable in contract and compensation? Like,
Tobias Harris
no.
and,
You
No.
draft picks.
You can
No.
keep Tobias Harris.
No, you know it's a comparable trade. Giving up Embiid,
That's not going to happen.
exactly.
But here's my question to everybody. If you're Embiid and the Sixers come to you and say, I'm going to keep Simmons,
Right? No, they're not keeping
what are
Simmons.
you doing?
They're not keeping Simmons.
No, but, I mean,
In Embiid's final post-game press conference,
He called him out.
he called him out.
He called him out.
He called him out, and he basically, if you read between the lines there, basically said he's the reason why we lost, not me. And so moving forward, you want to win? Get rid of that guy.
But
we missed what he said. We missed open shots and we missed free throws.
did you
Who
hear
was
what
that?
Simmons said though? What Simmons said really bothers me because
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, it is what it is. Whatever.
It is what it
Whatever."
right. It is what it is. I am who I am. I ain't gonna change. Well, then get the fuck off of my team, then, please,
He's trash.
please.
Ben
He-
Simmons.
right.
I'm sorry. Ben Simmons is garbage to me.
He is. He's been coddled all the way up.
Yes.
He's been coddled
Yes.
college
Yes.
all the way up. Yes.
Yes.
All the way up.
Yes.
Brett Brown
Yes.
did it, and Doc Rivers is doing it too. I thought Doc Rivers would do something with him. He's not.
Doc Rivers is not that coach. I'm sorry.
I know.
They made Ben
The Sixers
Simmons.
thought so. I
So
didn't
did
think
the
so, but
so did the Clippers. So did a lot of teams. He is literally living off his title with the Celtics.
They made Ben Simmons out to be the next big thing coming into college. He did. If you ever seen the documentary One and Done, you knew from that point on that this he's got an ego issue.
yeah.
He thinks he's a lot better than what he is. It was a very good documentary, but even still, he's really not that good.
Did you hear what did you hear what Kobe Bryant said about him back in
No.
2018? Back in 2018,
Mm-mm.
he said, "This kid's in his own way.
Yeah,
If he learns or finds a jump shot, look the fuck out."
yeah.
Well, he couldn't find a jump shot if he wanted to.
I understand that, but
Well,
I'm telling you, he's in his own head, and maybe he could see his shrink. I don't know. He's in his own head.
You hear
Well,
what
you know,
Shaq said?
Huh?
Shaq blew. I laughed when Shaq was talking about Ben Simmons. Said he would punch him in the face.
He
He
would.
would punch him in the face.
He's saying Embiid should do that
Yeah.
because he's costing the guy the prime of his life.
When
Yeah.
Seth Curry looks better than you, there's a problem.
I know.
Yes.
I
I
knew
mean-
they weren't gonna. You know what? Even if they managed to somehow scrape by the Hawks, I didn't see them winning the East.
But what do you
Not
do?
after that showing. Not after that showing.
But I mean, like realistically, what do you do with that roster? Because you have 3 players that make $100 and something million.
You get rid
You
of
gotta
Ben
start-
Simmons. That's all you gotta do.
You have to get rid of Ben Simmons.
That's it.
And Al,
But-
you and I have talked about this to an extent. How often have I said if you get rid of Ben Simmons and
They're a
put
better
another
team.
Yeah, but
and
you're
put
gonna
another
have
player.
to really set yourself back.
Simmons be
They're
great
good.
third player on a team, not the main option. He's okay to the fourth quarter, right?
He
Yeah.
might be a good second option
Because they
I
play
mean,
Waka Wakaben, and then that's
you
it.
would need- I mean, you would have to probably put him with someone like Luca as a first option, but third option, yeah, and an average team.
What is Ben Simmons good at?
You need someone that
Defense.
can shoot and facilitate.
And who
And when
needs
you have
defense?
someone that can drive like Ben,
Pacers need defense. Timberwolves
I
need
mean-
defense.
I'm not
Mavericks
gonna
need
lie.
defense.
Him on the Warriors, I think, would make them a contender.
You got that would up their defensive roster. Yeah, that would make them a better defensive team.
What do you? Well, I mean, you would have to give up Wiseman, which I'm sure that's not a big deal. But
Giving up Wiseman is a big deal. Wiseman's a better player than Simmons right now.
yeah, but
And this is what year is Wiseman a rookie, right?
this will be his second year. Yeah,
Okay, so the guy's still growing into his own, and he's already right now, you're speaking right now, he's already a better player, all around player than Simmons.
And I
So
think
why
that
would you give that up?
I think that on the Sixers end, I think Maxey could be a point guard.
He could.
I would give up Wiseman to appease Curry.
You think Curry sees Wiseman as a threat?
You think Curry?
Curry-
You think Curry would want Simmons though?
I see Curry saying, "I want to win,"
See,
because
You would put overly cocky kid with an attitude and an ego problem with your all-star player, with your
And
franchise
Draymond
player.
Green, who I think Draymond would bring him to a level lower, not drastic lower, but a little lower. And you have to
Kuzma
think
for
it. I
Simmons
mean,
to the
Curry
Lakers.
can
They
walk.
play about the same.
His contract, I think, with Curry is up next year, the year after.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to keep Curry, you may have to.
You have a window. You have
And
a short
Curry-
window.
And what's scary about Curry? His jump shot's getting better and better and better each year.
And with jump shots like that, like you can play longer, so you can sign him. You know, it's not like the drive guys like Harden. Harden has a window. Curry can sit there in the corner and hit 3-pointers from like the other side of the building.
Harden has hit his window, in my personal opinion. Harden has hit his window. His body is telling on him. The way he's playing is telling on him. He has, like, throughout the year, how many classic James Harden games have we seen this year?
How many have you needed?
A lot.
There's always been him and somebody else. By
Yeah.
himself, yes. I think he needs another partner. I think, but I mean,
You got
there's a lot of variables in the NBA right now. I'll tell you, this offseason is going to be crazy.
Oh, it is. It is. You got
Yeah.
two all-stars trying to play the same position on a super team, and it's not going to work. And then so you have to play small ball. You have to put Kyrie at shooting guard, Harden at point guard, and Durant's going to play small forward. So you got three right there.
I
Most
think
of-
people they got to put some respect on Durant's name a little bit more.
Yeah, they do. Durant is he doesn't get the amount of respect that he does, that he deserves.
I watched that game. Like it was game 6 and game 7, and he's just, I'll tell you,
Simmons to Lakers go option learned from LeBron. Who came about supposed to be next LeBron coming out?
Yeah, that's what they said. That is exactly what they said. They said his game's like LeBron James, and it is nowhere near LeBron James level.
I mean,
Exactly.
That's because he was schooling everybody in high school in Australia.
My public service announcement to 2020, and I do say 2020 because they had to move it to 21 because of the pandemic. Summer Olympics begin Friday, July 23rd, in case anybody is interested.
Will there be
You know-
gymnastics?
Oh, by the way, Big Chris Vant, is there a specific event that you're, jazzed about? Are you a swimmer guy? Or the high dive, or what else is in
Are
Summer
you a
Olympics?
swimmer guy?
I'm a baseball guy.
Oh, okay. Believe it or not, soccer.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Believe it or not, soccer.
Speaking of soccer, didn't the heavily favored French out of the Euro already? Just saying.
well, there's actually a lot of teams out of the Euro that you wouldn't expect. Germany's out, France is out, Netherlands are out.
What about that Tour de France debacle with the lady going over the wall?
They're actually looking for her.
One of the
Wait,
biggest,
what?
one of the biggest pileups in the history of that race.
I mean, what she did, I don't know if it's illegal.
You can see
But
the video.
Is
You
the
look it up,
stupidest
Adrian.
thing
It's
I've ever seen in my
hilarious.
life.
Nobody was hurt, by the way.
She went over the wall?
No, he was on the side, and she made a sign saying, I don't know what the fuck it said, but she put it on the course,
Right.
and a bunch of people crashed into it as they were driving.
And so about 20 or 30 bikes crashed over each other.
Like, it wasn't like she was on the side holding it up. Like, she
Right.
put it, long ways.
So I don't think she did. I don't think she meant to disrupt the Tour de France, but she
No,
did
but it was stupid, because why would you do that?
because you're a dope. Track. Oh, track. 159 half mile in high school. 159.9 half mile.
And by the way, with
I went
soccer,
to school with an Olympian, Justin Gatlin.
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
went
I
to
went to
school
school
with
with
Allen?
Yeah.
Should-
Wow.
Adrian, you strike me as a shot put guy.
Nope. I was not
No?
a shot put guy, believe it or
You were a
not.
shot put guy.
I was track.
You were track. Did you run as fast as Chris?
I have no idea. No.
He said 159.9 half mile.
So
I could not do long distance. I did sprinting, and I would try to do the 300 I did 300.
I ran a 5.4 40.
I don't run. I'm lazy.
I ran I ran a 4.46.
I walked a mile. Does that count? I've walked it a couple times.
Oh, that's good.
You know, I mean, I got my steps in, so to speak.
I've walked on the Green Mile.
I mean, I've seen a Green Mile.
That's a good movie.
It is coffee, like the drink.
So,
but spelled
Can you
different.
do a John Coffey impersonation? No. Can you
I'd
pull
have-
that one out? You can't pull that one out your ass.
My name's Kofi. John Kofi,
Balls.
like the drink.
You say balls.
Boss, but it's spelled different.
There it was.
So did you guys see the there was an article I read that Deion Sanders brought in
Oh.
T.O. to his camp to
He brought in
run
what?
images. Yeah, he brought in T.O. to run routes against his defense. And let me tell you something, for a 47-year-old man,
T.O. can still
T.O.
go.
still got it.
looking
still
pretty
go.
goddamn good.
I'll take him.
T.O. can still go.
Come back to the Eagles. Jalen Hurts.
I mean, it wasn't spectacular, but he looked like he could still run some routes.
What
And
y'all
he
think about
wasn't
Ocho Cinco's boxing?
Oh man. He should stick with football. All right, so Harry mentioned Deion Sanders. Yeah, Deion Sanders, Brandon Terrell Owens.
You have to see the video. Look it up. He looked pretty good. I have to
You know
say,
what I'm
for-
not
So you're
excited
saying that
for?
he brought him in there to do drills against his guys,
Yeah, to humble him.
and he succeeded?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
I'm
awesome.
telling you, Deion's looking. I mean, I don't know
Came
how
in
great.
trying again in the Olympic trials, and he was 5th in the world at one time. And you went to school. You went to school with him?
Justin Gatlin.
Oh, okay.
He was like number 2 or 3 in the world, I think.
All
at one
right,
point.
y'all. Have a good evening, and I'll see you next time.
Oh.
Not if we see you first.
Ooh, still good.
All right. Let's wrap this up, guys. I got to eat dinner yet
Why?
because I'm a growing boy.
Exactly. He needs his vitamins.
Like,
Did you say your prayers?
I'm like, because
Come on,
Adrian is on my screen, I'm growing at this minute.
Exactly. Oh yeah, you're growing all right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
On that note,
Yeah.
the boys and I will be back next Tuesday with or without Anthony Joseph. We'll see.
Listen, I'll invite AJ back. AJ, I'll miss you all week.
AJ, that was great. AJ, you and Harry back
Y'all
and
gonna be
forth
boo
was
loving all
fantastic. That was right out of First Take, or right out of Skip and Shannon, or
Can we just
Come
make
on,
it clear
Phil.
that Luke Boyd is not Ronald Acuna Jr. and AJ needs to stop and get off the tee because the tee is not working out for him.
Look,
apparently.
I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna sit there and tell you like this, Skip. Right? So you just gonna sit there and say Anthony Joseph is not ready for this stuff. I'm telling you, he is ready for prime time, Skip. Like, I'm saying Anthony Joseph ain't ready. I believe in him, Skip. I believe in him.
you know, Harry reminds me of Skip Bayless, only a lot younger. Skip loves the Cowboys. He's very his opinions are way out there.
My opinion is not way out there. Luke Boyd is not Ronald Acuna Jr. He needs to stop.
Did the
Like,
Easton former wrestler make the U.S. team? I don't know.
Ooh,
I don't know.
interesting.
That's another one too. You don't watch Olympic wrestling. You know, I watched when Kurt Angle in '94 broke his fucking neck.
That was the last time I watched it. Honestly, that was literally the last time I watched.
I remember Lesnar in the NCAA tournament. I remember Lesnar winning that because my brother Bobby was big into collegiate wrestling, and he hated pro wrestling, so he made fun of me for loving pro wrestling. But he loved collegiate wrestling so much that he would go to every single high school and college wrestling event he could go to. And then when the NCAA tournament was on, I remember the finals with Brock Lesnar for Minnesota, and I remember that match.
You talking about that unfair advantage that he had over everybody because he was
You mean
like
he's
9 times their size?
Yeah, and then he ends up, making it by ending the Undertaker streak at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Undisputed with Harry and Shango. No, undisputed with Harry and AJ.
Listen, AJ is delusional. It's okay. When the Yankees lose, they get upset.
Listen,
Like, Yankees fans are one of those fans that even though they've won a shit ton, they still get pissy for no reason.
Exactly.
How do you?
You see, what we can say, we can't say it's undisputed because there's already undisputed. We can just call it disputed.
It's disputed. The Yankees are trash right now, and Yankees fans are upset. That's what it is.
Jordan Oliver, I think, made the team.
Is that the HBO guy? Was that the HBO guy?
No, not the same guy.
That's John Oliver, Skip.
Oh,
That's John Oliver.
whatever.
Oh my God. On that note,
not the same. Not the same. Different name.
On that note, we'll see you guys all next week, Tuesday. Stay tuned tomorrow for Spittin' with Spitter at 6 o'clock. Go to 2M1L Media. Subscribe. We do this each and every Tuesday. If you enjoyed what you saw, subscribe.
And you should have.
Like. Give us a share.
Mommy and Daddy won't be fighting next week.
No, they will. New Hampshire boy over there.
Oh my God! Stop fighting.
Amen to that.
Please.
I see you shiver with anticipation.